Jennifer and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a brush cleaning video. This is long overdue, but I'm going to show you guys how I usually clean my brushes. I probably don't do it as often as I should, but I'm going to take you through like step by step how I deep clean my brushes. I do want to spend a minute talking about how I just kind of clean my brushes in between deep cleanings too. So let's just get started. Okay, so quickly, as I'm doing an eyeshadow look, if I want to use the same brush for two different colors or something like that, I will use one of these like black sponge cleaner things, like a dry makeup brush cleaner. This allows you to just get that pigment off. Like you literally take a brush and you just brush it on here. It takes all of that pigment and the color off for you to kind of start with a clean brush, as in like no color contamination. And so that is very nice. Just got a text to let me silence my phone. Anyway, so that is how I do like my dry brush cleanings. I do that quite often, like almost every makeup look. I don't have that many, I do have brushes, but I don't have that many brushes that I love, and so I just like use the dry makeup brush cleaner quite often. And a little bit deeper than that, if I want to clean a brush that I used for like concealer for a cut crease or something like that, where it kind of does more than just take the dry pigment off, I like to use this Clinique makeup brush cleaner. This little bottle lasts a long time. I've been using it for so long. It's a good price for such a big bottle, and what I do is I just take a paper towel, I spray it on the paper towel, so kind of just everywhere, just like that, and then you just take a brush and run it through the paper towel like this. And this does also help take off some of the pigment, but it also has, I believe, a bit of alcohol in here. Yeah, so the second ingredient in this, it goes water and then denatured alcohol, and so it does help with like the germs and stuff that are on your brushes. So those are like the two things I do in between like deep brush cleanings. So yeah, that was real quick, but I wanted to spend the most time on deep brush cleaning, so here we go. Okay, so here are all the brushes that I want to wash today, and I just want to briefly show you like the tools that I'm going to be using. So in terms of soap, I have actually both the Beauty Blender Solid and the Sephora Solid. I don't know if my camera's like focusing on it correctly, but I bought both of these because they were on sale like practically at the same time at Sephora and Ulta. And so I picked them both up just to try them both. To be honest, I do like the Sephora one just a little bit better, but the Beauty Blender one works as well. So I've just been like using both of them interchangeably. Also, the most important thing I think is one of these like scrub mats. I personally found this one at like Burlington Factory. I think Marshall's has them sometimes. Otherwise, you could spring for like a Sigma one, although I think Amazon also has them for pretty cheap. But as you can see, there's a bunch of like different ridges and stuff on them. This is what's really going to get your brushes clean. So let's just jump into cleaning. Okay, so this is sort of how I set it up. I use like I try to anyway, use these little suction cups, and I put this mat kind of just like not covering the hole, but pretty close to it, and then I just set these right next to it. So when I run the water, I don't actually run it too terribly strong. Starting with the brushes, what I usually do is I just get them wet, and then I pick up some of the soap, and then I just scrub it on different parts of the scrubby thing. You'll find that with different stiffness brushes, some of like the certain patterns will work better for certain types of like brush stiffness or density and stuff like that. Some of my brushes, because like I do spend so long in between cleanings, do like permanently get stained one color, especially these like white ones, but it does do a really good job of getting that out. I mean, you can see sort of the color that is on the soap already. So I usually do like a couple at a time, just washing. Yeah, this one is kind of gross. Just kind of doing this, washing them out, and then I just rinse them, and I try to rinse them really well. Soap really likes, when you're using these mats, the soap gets really worked into the bristles. And so I just like to scrub them kind of with my fingers. I don't really, some people will go back to the mat to get the soap out, but I feel like using my fingers is generally the best bet. At least that's what I have found. So as you can see, they are already cleaner than before. Like I said, the white one was like permanently stained, like a little bit brown, but this is generally how I get them clean. So with larger brushes like this, same deal. I kind of just get it wet and then I use the soap. This is like what I use for contour. You can see that it's just like making everything very, very brown. Just scrubbing it out. Again, you can see the suds change colors. The brush is a whole different color now. With that one too. Let me just show you with this one. This one works just as well, honestly. It's not, I would say like 9 out of 5, 9.5 out of 10 versus like this 10 out of 10. I feel like the Sephora one is cheaper though, I want to say. I don't know. I'm going to link them down below. But for the face brushes, I do basically exactly the same thing as I just did with the eye brushes. So once you have rinsed them out and they're clean, what I like to do is I like to shake them out. Kind of messy to do it here in front of like everything, in front of like the wall, but I recommend doing that in the shower actually. Just like step into your shower or like right in front of it and just shake your brushes out into your shower. It's a lot less of a mess, but this cuts down on drying time like a ton. Also, if you have a way to like store your brushes vertically like this, just so the water doesn't get up into like the deep parts of the bristles, that is ideal. Otherwise, what I do is I just like to lay them across the side of the sink, and that way they dry flat. So sort of like that, they kind of just lay on the side and they dry flat until they are dry. So that's it. Real quick and easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial. This is just kind of how I do it, but if you have better ways of washing brushes, I would love to hear how different people wash their brushes. And yeah, I hope to see you at my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!